Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. And I hope you guys stay cool today. Stay out of the heat. All right, so what's happening on X? A lot of people are asking, why is Nacho compromising himself when involving Nacho and not her own husband? And here he is throwing himself down for her. It's because Meghan and Harry are not on speaking terms. That's why. I think she's just going through him, and he's probably, oh, he'll come around. He'll come around. So I think I'll throw a few cards on that, as well as the IRS. There was a blind item about the IRS, and Meghan seems to think that because, she shouldn't have to pay taxes. So the tax man's knocking on the door. We also know that they've used Delaware quite often for a lot of her stashing of money. And, it doesn't apply. She's not a British citizen, and he's not an American citizen. But even if you're living in another country making money, because people mentioned about this, that it doesn't matter. You still have to pay your taxes. Many people will end up having to pay taxes in the country they're staying in. So, and the fact that they made all the money on American soil, and just because he's got diplomatic status, doesn't get him off the hook either. So it goes to show she's not too smart when she thinks she is. So, she wants to escape it. A lot of people are saying, wow, I've been waiting for this day to come when the tax man knocks on the door. So let's get Meghan's fury. She's furious. And she's saying also that she's reached out and putting an olive branch to Catherine. If she's doing it, it's only because she's got this narcissist mortification and things are not going well. Meanwhile, still trying to take her down through false identities and whatnot, all at the same time, in the same breath. Toxic is toxic. So the taxes. Let's get some taxes here. What's going to happen? The taxes. Yeah, she's crashing and burning here. She wants to crash and burn the taxes because she can't be challenged to deal with it. It is a challenge and she doesn't want to pay for it, and she's going to lose the battle. She's definitely at the end of the road. She's at the end of her rope, I would say. That's more like it. She's at the end of her rope. And she's at the end of the journey here with Harry. And she doesn't want to be stuck with probably the bill, because Harry, God only knows what he's going to do with himself. She doesn't want to deal with it. She cannot take it on, and she knows she's not going to win. Bottom of the deck, yeah, it's war on with the death in reverse, and she knows she cannot transform or change anything. She's stuck. She's absolutely stuck and losing her vigor and energy to keep going. She's wearing herself down. The war that she's created is coming to an end, because no one's answering her calls and nobody's given her what she wants. Total mortification, I would say. And with the death in reverse, it's basically, illicit support from others. It's basically, she's having a lot of problems that are persisting. She needs help. She wants to call for help. The past is completely gone. There's no going back. Also, she's in a very dark, dark, dark place. A very dark place. And to the point where she's not sure she can carry on anymore, because it would be that position of, I can't do life anymore. If I can't win, if I can't take revenge, and they're not responding with their own abuse back at me where I can claim victimhood. The silence is killing her. In essence, she needs a reactive abuse from others to claim victimhood, and nobody's doing that right now. And William Morris won't deal with her. Sunshine Sachs won't deal with her. They're laughing at her. She can't take revenge on him because it's not working. Whatever she's tried in terms of revenge has failed, and that means taxes is coming, hon. And boom, she wants to shut the door on taxes. I'm not going to open my door. I'm going to take care of myself, with the Ace of Cups in reverse. No new emotional beginnings or sparks to go after goals. It's total fail. doors are shut, no emotional doors. No one cares about her. She's platonic anyways. If she did say, I want to do this or that, it's all platonic anyways with her, because nothing is really real with her anyways. So she's just a total sociopath. Let's get to the focal point. Focal point. She's made all the wrong moves. She needs hope. And she's really mad and angry with the Queen of Wands in reverse. So she's really irritated, to say the least. She's losing her cool big time. She's just having a major fit, major tantrum. She can't rise up. She can't be the star. It's also why she's trying to put out the spin that she's doing an olive branch to Catherine, because she can't make it on her own. She needs the royal family. She needs a connection, and she needs hope. She's hoping to get a job, and no one's doing it for her. She needs money. She desperately needs money. And she's going to claim that she never did work, that she just moved for hope because she was angry, and, oh, that was the wrong move. This is such war on with the taxes, and no, I can't help you right now. I can't do that right now. I'm just going to emotionally shut myself down because I can't cope right now because I'm completely failing. Hidden energy. Hidden energy. Cruelty. Yeah, she's cruel. She has no emotional connection to it, and she wants to lie. She's going to lie, lie, lie. No strong regard for the truth whatsoever with the Queen of Swords in reverse. She's cruel, calculating, and she's going to calculate to see if she can get her way out of it. She thinks she's ruthless enough to do it. And because of her ruthlessness is why everything's tanking. Nobody wants to deal with her ruthless energy. There's absolutely no emotions with that woman. She's emotionally completely shut down. Intellectually, she's a liar too. And intellectually, she's so cruel. She doesn't care if she lies. She doesn't care what she does in order to get her hope. If I'm irritated and mad, you made me mad because I did something wrong to try and get some hope for myself, and no one's helping me, well, my cruelty comes out. Past position doesn't serve. She's a toxic, sick person to avoid. She's going to try and force other people to think like her. This is using sheer force with the strength in reverse. She lacks integrity and character and strength, and she simply doesn't care. Well, I am who I am. I'm ruthless, and I'm angry and mad, and I'm jealous, and I'm not rising up. So this absolute ruthless energy, total tanking, lost vigor, total mortification, to the point of suicidal ideation here, going into the future. She's emotional. Hear my plea. So she's going to act all emotional publicly, because that's more of like a public type of energy. Feelings in the situation for taxes. Feelings that she's wounded. She's wounded. She doesn't have enough to pay. She's wondering, how am I going to do this? How am I going to carry on? Where's my perseverance? How do I carry on under these conditions so that I can find pleasure with the 9 and have a positive completion with my energy? How do I do this? Please hear me out. How am I supposed to carry on? You're wounding me. How am I supposed to start a new business when a business is tanking and failing and it's not happening with the Queen of Wands in reverse, so I can get my hope? How do you expect me to become a businesswoman and be independent when you're asking this of me? So this is sort of that entitlement. And she wants to walk away from it. A grifter's going to grift. They want everything for free. Someone like her isn't going to pay for anything, and that includes taxes. They just want to walk away. They don't pay bills. They just like to grift off other people. Free drinks, free meals, free birthday cakes from bakeries that they refuse to give it to her. It's very typical with the entitlement issues of a narcissist. Plus, the world owes me. And if I'm wounded, I can just walk away from this and I'll leave it behind, and I simply don't care. She will walk away and leave anything. She simply does not care that's called no accountability. I'll just walk. So she knows she's wounded. She just wants to walk away. That's that escapist card, thinking there's someplace better for her. She would like to escape the responsibility completely. That's a grifter for you. And she is a grifter, and she's emotional. Well, why won't anyone help me? I'm willing to travel. I'm willing to do anything, and willing to just flee. So that's trying to flee from her responsibilities. No surprise. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. worst case scenario, but she wants to take a step back from paying those taxes so she can try and heal her situation, which is, I need to be a business person. I need to have emotional doors. I need to take revenge on people because that's how I make that's my occupation in essence. And she can't keep doing her occupation. And so she has to take a step back because she's being called out. And so that's why she's doing under other personalities such as Baroness Bruck. And so she's still doing it, but not under, she's trying to do it under false identities, which we know she's been doing a lot. And she can't even pay her sugars really quite like and that means no payment for sugars. So basically she wants to use sheer force, and with the Emperor in reverse, she wants basically to manipulate the situation, and she's hoping that the royals will take her back and restore order for her. Even though she's a non-royal, that would be like breaking the law here. And she doesn't have a dad. She's got daddy issues. Her daddy used to pick up her tabs and fix her issues, and now she doesn't have that. It's a no position. The Emperor won't do it. King Charles won't do it. Her father won't do it. No father figure will pick up her responsibility, or a daddy or a sugar daddy. She has no sugar daddy to pay the bill. This is how she's always gotten out of her problems. Some male figure who has wealth and abundance and is worldly successful will pick up the problem for her, and she doesn't have it right now. So this is why she's upset and falling apart. Center of the situation, she's stuck. She's stuck. She has nowhere to go with the Six of Swords. She'd like to flee, but she can't. She's stuck, and she's going to play victim. Well, you know, blah, blah, blah. Harry wanted, she's also in the blind item. It's Harry wanted to go to the United States. So she's doing a backpedaling of now saying it's Harry. Well, that's not true. She always planned on taking Harry, using her Duchess title, thinking we can become something. With this title, I can now become the A-list, or I can now attain all my California dreams and bring Harry with me. But some people feel that she was shocked that Harry wanted to go with her, that quite possibly she was just going to go do it by herself, but Harry wanted to go, and she really didn't really want Harry. And that's that need to flee, but totally, completely trapped and victim. She's going to claim victimhood. She's been trying to avoid it with the Ten of Wands in reverses. I'm trying to avoid accountability, but she's completely stuck in the accountability. She has nothing. No one will help her either. Ten of Wands upright is... I'm burdened, but I can get help. You know, I need help. Possibly someone will come. Plus, they can help other people while burdened. Here is nobody's coming for her, and it's just complete victim martyr. So she's playing the victim martyr right now, and with that six, there's no harmony in being a victim martyr because she has to take a step back from playing victim because it's not giving her the wealth and abundance that she's hoping for. And but yet she's still wounded, and she's still cruel, and she still wants to do it because it's always worked for her, because a male figure would always rescue her to give her back her hope and give her the money, the hope, and the job or whatever she needed. She would always get it, and she was always able to get the shame avoidance. Here is, I'm shameful. Here, I'm going to avoid that shame. I'm going to use my anger to avoid the shame, and someone's going to come along and fix it for me. Well, no one's fixing it for her. Congratulations, Meghan. You're exactly where you belong. So, yes, that's how I see that. Now let's get into why is Nacho doing this for Harry. What's in it for Nacho? What's in it for Nacho to be pumping out fake jam and dog biscuits that were probably from Walmart out of a box, and she puts them in a glass jar? And probably, you know, a generic brand grocery store jam, and puts them in a jar. What is he getting out of this? What is Nacho getting out of this? What is Nacho getting out of this? I'm going to do this a little differently. What is Nacho getting out of this? What is Nacho? Nacho, what's he getting out of doing this for Meghan? What does he see in this? What does he see in this? What does he see in this? What is it for him? Wow, he's doing a like-minded with her, because I got the Queen of Swords in reverse. He's got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the two of them have a dark plan. It's basically they don't care. Neither one of them, both know that they're doing corrupt behavior. So he's like-minded. Go figure. He's Harry's best friend. bottom of the situation. He knows there's no money in it for him. He's just doing it out of cruelty. He's doing it for support for Meghan. And he also probably knows that there's probably a divorce on the table. He also knows Harry's not qualified. And he also knows there's not going to be a success in the business. So it's complete failure here. Financially, logically speaking, cruelty's there. No advice. He has no advice to give her. He's not helping her financially in any way, shape, or form, or is he advising her? But he's willing to do the cruel work with her. Challenging position just to make her happy, give her what she wants, just probably to shut her down because she is pretty cruel. So he figures if I don't, then I'm probably gonna, she's probably gonna come for me. So I think it could be a little bit of fear there. So he has to match her cruelty and her low vibe status to make her happy. And then we have here to give her peace because she's emotional. And he wants to act like a good friend of the Page of Wands. And he doesn't want the headache of Meghan causing a war against him and his wife. So he knows he's done some low vibe behavior. He hasn't been a good father figure for his kid or good with his own family. He's done some dark things. And this is a way to protect himself so that he can keep his wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups and keep his celebrations and keep his happy ever after image by going along with the narcissist and her pleas and pretending to be a good friend. Well, okay, I'm supposed to be a friend here. And it's like young, free, arrested development here of acting like a friend. So he's doing it as a so-called friend because she's a cruel friend. This is where a lot of people will be kind to the cruel person because they're terrified of their cruelty and what they're capable of. He doesn't want her to lash out at him. So he's got his sword out with her. The two of them are going to do it together because he's afraid of what she can say because he can lose everything. He can lose his wife, his kids. He can absolutely have major relationship issues where he can lose everything. So he's doing it to appease her. And he doesn't want to end up divorced and losing what he has. So he's going to be a rebel with the Hierophant in reverse. Final outcome. He is the negative message. He knows what he's doing is a negative message and it's not being received well. People aren't respecting him. And it's basically arrested development because he is a rebel in his own family dynamic. In his marriage, he's a rebel. And if she knew what he was up to with Meghan and Harry, which I have always felt as a sexual triangulation, and it's been a throuple. Basically, I feel it's been a throuple, and I don't think his wife would agree with it. And I think he really fears divorce. So he's doing it for his own safety and so that he can keep his balance and then he can safely get out of there when he feels it's a safer time to exit the relationship. So this is why he's doing it. And he knows he's made the wrong moves with the Three of Wands and there's going to be no improvement. He's got to restore back to his old values, which would be to go back to his family and marriage. He doesn't want to lose it. He made such bad maneuvers, he burdened himself to the point where he might have to move out of his own house with the Six of Cups in reverse. So he's afraid of divorce, moving out, and having to focus on money and finding ways to probably not only to pay himself, but to an ex-wife, to a divorce, having to move out. It's going to be very expensive. So it's like a financial situation. Now he wants to act like he's a good seed who's burdened, who's helping her so she can make money because he really fears what she's capable of. And Harry is no longer with her. This is like a broken relationship, an unwelcome home. And he knows that she needs the money and she's overly burdened. So I'm going to help her, but I plan on escaping her. As soon as I give her this help, I'm out. So I'm going to do the social media for her because I'm going to be completely destroyed if I don't. She'll totally destroy me with the Four of Swords in reverse. And so he's going to act like he's doing it as a kind, loving gesture. Plus, he's been a lover of hers. And they've had hot sex together and they've manifested it. So he's done the what I said, and it's war on. If he doesn't do what she wants, it's going to be war against him. This is just how Meghan rolls. And it's a crash and burn, and it would be a legal problem for him where he'd end up getting exactly what he deserves, which would be divorce with the justice in reverse. He knows he's done morally corrupt things, and he can barely cope with the situation. So this is why he's doing it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.